Hey, I'm Heyzeus, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about a Steam market exploit, an exploit that's extremely lucrative, but also extremely dangerous. It's been going on for a while now, and there is a specific group of people who are using it to make a lot of money, and many of those people are not up to any good. Now, I've put off covering this for a while, but I keep getting asked about it, so I figure I should finally address it. This is a story of Steam's #1 money laundering tool, the Planet 4546B Postcard. Now, before we start, I need to talk about this video sponsor, Surfshark VPN. Are you looking to hide your identity online? Are you looking to hide your browsing data from your service provider or get around local restrictions on access to certain websites? Are you looking to get around region locking and access to things like other countries' streaming services? Or are you dumb enough to accidentally leak your IP address in a YouTube video like I did, by the way? It took about 40 minutes for someone to DDoS me. Well, Surfshark VPN may well be the solution you're looking for. Surfshark VPN protects your data and allows you to set your location to wherever you like, no matter where you are in the world, allowing you to access things that aren't normally available in your country, whether it's a movie on streaming services or YouTube and Twitter in China. With a number of advanced security features built into it, Surfshark VPN gives you peace of mind while you're browsing the internet, as well as the power to access the content that you want. Use my link in the description and enter promo code Heyzeus for 85% off and 3 extra months for free. You can use Surfshark on an unlimited number of devices once you have it, and on top of that, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk in trying it out. Again, link is in the description. Anyway, back to the main topic of the video. So, as I said, the culprit behind this exploit is a postcard, and it's not just any postcard, it's a postcard from Planet 4546B, and if you don't know what that is, that's the planet that Subnautica, a very popular and successful survival game, takes place on, and this postcard is really getting around. In fact, it's constantly the #1 most popular item on the Steam marketplace, and if we have a look at its item page, it's probably going to immediately raise some suspicions that there are some shenanigans at work here. I mean, you'll probably immediately start to notice that the price history here is a little bit irregular. I mean, here it is at $3.85, then it drops down to 40 cents, and it's back up to $3.85, then it's down to 40 cents again, then it's back up to $3.85, then it's down to 40 cents. So it goes on and on and on. You get the picture. Now, this is not particularly normal. You probably haven't seen any other examples of this on the Steam market in the past, and it's obviously a big red flashing indicator that someone is up to no good. So, what exactly is going on here? What even is this item? Well, basically, it's just a commemorative item added by the Subnautica developers to celebrate the 2018 Steam Awards, where Subnautica was cheated out of a prize by The Witcher 3, which in fairness is obviously a bit difficult to beat. So this thing has no use. It's just a souvenir. It doesn't do anything, and Subnautica doesn't even really have an item market associated with it, certainly not like CSGO does. Anyway, the only thing this postcard is literally any good for is just for buying and selling. But clearly, based on what's going on here, people really do seem to be doing that. They're buying and selling this thing a lot, and that is a bit odd. Why would you be buying and selling something just for the sake of it, particularly when Valve is taking a cut of it each time you sell the item? Well, to demonstrate, I'm going to buy one of these things and then go list it again on the Steam market, and we're going to be on the lookout for anything weird that might be happening. So here's the item in my inventory, and I am going to go sell this. Now, I want 80 cents for this item, so we'll type in 80 cents. So I'm receiving 80 cents, the buyer is paying 92 cents. That's pretty standard. There's a 10% developer fee and a 5% Steam market fee. That's why I'm getting 80 cents and the buyer is paying 90 cents. Now, if I go put this up for sale, I'm going to get a notification on my phone to approve the sale. And if we get that up, you're going to notice that it doesn't match the prices I entered in. So I'm still receiving 80 cents, but the buyer is only paying 84 cents. That's 8 cents less than it said in Steam. So the numbers aren't adding up, and we can see why if I go back to where I initially bought the item. So as some of you might have already noticed, there's no developer fee on this item. You're only paying the 5% Steam Marketplace fee. Now, compare this to a CSGO item, you can see that Valve is taking an extra 10%, but Subnautica's developer isn't taking a cent from this sale, and as a result, their sales fee is 66% lower than other Steam items. Now, this may seem trivial, and to the average Steam user, it might not matter much, but there is a certain group of people this does matter to. You see, transferring Steam wallet funds from one account to another without having to wait ages for items to become tradable is a pretty annoying thing to do. The only quick way to do it is to list an item for way more than it's worth and then buy it on the account with the Steam wallet funds. But in the process, Valve is generally going to take 12% of your money, but with the Subnautica postcard, Valve is only taking 4% of your money, and that's not a big deal if you're only transferring small amounts of money, but if you're transferring $1,000, well, that will save you $80, and that's a pretty big deal. You can see why someone would want to use a Subnautica postcard to do that, and believe it or not, there are a lot of people trying to transfer Steam wallet funds from one account to another. I mean, the postcard is already selling at a rate of about $17,000 per day, and if the average price is about $1 per card, and it may well be higher than that, that's already about $17,000 being transferred between accounts each day using this thing. No surprises then that it's the #1 most popular item on the market. Now, the reason I think this thing exists is probably just negligence. Subnautica doesn't have an item economy. The devs probably didn't expect these items to sell too much on the market, so they didn't bother asking for a sales fee. I mean, what's the point? But as a result, they've created something that's had a revolutionary effect, and not 100% for the better, because coming back to the people who are using this exploit to launder $17,000 a day, some of them aren't up to any good. Sure, some of them probably are just merchants shuffling around Steam wallet funds, which isn't unethical per se, although if Valve catch you, there is a chance they might ban you. You've been warned, but I still wouldn't call that unethical. What is unethical though is the large number of people who are using this card to launder money from stolen credit cards and hacked accounts. The Subnautica postcard has increased these guys' profit margins, and I'm not sure what percentage of these sales are coming from people trying to move stolen funds, but I suspect it's a decent chunk, and it really does raise the question about how long it is before Valve steps in and changes this item to try and stop these people. Now, the fact that prices are staying within a pretty strict range suggests that a lot of sellers are sticking to a pretty narrow range of values to avoid being caught by Valve's anti-fraud algorithms, and given this has been going on for months now, it seems like it's working. It seems like they're getting away with it, although I find it hard to believe that Valve isn't aware of the issue at this point. Now, I guess it is also possible that Valve is leaving this item like this to make it easier to catch credit card scammers and things like that, also a possibility, or maybe they're just lazy and can't be bothered doing anything about it. With Valve, it can be hard to tell, but either way, I suspect that this thing is likely to remain the most popular item on the Steam market for a while, and a huge asset to scammers and money launderers everywhere. And just be aware that if you want to use this thing, there is a chance your account might get banned. It's at your own risk. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe. Otherwise, trust the numbers, not your guts. I'm Heyzeus. Thanks for watching. See ya.